All right. Good morning, everyone. Been a hot fucking minute. Been about 8 days since I've streamed. Okay, so we're gonna be bouncing between play styles, but don't want to do this one because this one we've already done everything. All right, audio levels look good. It's really fucking quiet. I don't know why I had it so quiet. Oh, it's because we were watching the debate. Hold on, I gotta turn my overlay off real quick. My wife is throwing pills at me, calling me a drug addict. Ugh, had hair on it. Ugh. Alright, that ought to do it. Mm. Oh, that might be a little too loud. That should do it. Sorry, it's been a minute. There's some shit going on with my doctor and work. Plus, these last few days, I've been playing Stardew Valley with my wife. Shit. Ah, shit. I'll probably use Uthred up until I get my smithing up, and then I'm gonna make a dragon bone axe. shit. Just barely.
This is the resting place of Ysgramor, and its most trusted generals. You should be cautious.
Something has shifted in the moons, brother.
I need to go get the Forge Master's fingers and get some ebony. God, I'm getting lit up.
I can't go any further, Shield. Ever since everyone had... I'm not proud, but I will stay back with Vilkas. Give my regards to Ysgramor. For Kodlak.
Over here.
Good enough.
Did you hear something?
Alright. Thought there should have been a bigger one. I think it's because I'm so low level, everything in here is also kind of low. Bitch.
Over here.
The endless sleep.
Something has shifted in the moons.
I get it, Ayala. I promise you I understand. Something has shifted in the moons, I understand. Uh-oh. fucking alarm is going off. God damn it. Also, my fucking stuff is still showing up. Hmm. I don't know why it's still showing my friends popping up. Weird. I don't know how to turn this shit off. Fucking arrows. I think when we get back, I'm gonna buy a full set of wolf armor from Yorland and then just wear that for this playthrough.
Greeting. Of course, you see, I'd wager, and they all see you. Did he? You still have the witches' heads? Excellent. Throw one of them into the fire. It will release their magic, for me at least.
Someone there? Thought I heard something.
Beach?
Something has shifted in the universe.
Greeting. And so, I thank you for this gift. The other harbingers, perhaps from Sovngarde, the heroes of old can join me in their rescue. And perhaps someday, you'll join us in that battle, and lead the companions to further glory.
Based.
Did I hear right? Did he? You've earned the right. And it's. Let's go tell the others. You're someone who can get things done. I like that. I'll take my leave then.
I thought she was gonna give us the quest. Shield of Bees Grimoire. Leave all that other crap. Now we're gonna go get the wolf armor. Then we're gonna go make friendly with the orcs. And then we will go into ThoughtSlime to get Black Market. Or did we do that already? We have not. Alright.
May the gods watch over your battle, friend.
We will do that next. Tundra Homestead have farm area? We might just live in this area. I like Hendraheim, but because Hendraheim has no... it does. I think we'll just live out here then. What do I need to farm on this character? Nothing much, actually. Okay. Okay, we'll go get... We'll go get Hendraheim. I just need a place to store my crap at. Get Hendraheim, store all of our bullshit, go buy the armor, then go to, we're just gonna run there. Who's that? Oh, Imperials. Always love these animations. My favorite is when you just pick them up and pop their heads clean off. Traveling as a werewolf is always so fun. Alright. I'm wondering if it will let us just straight up fight and murk her, or if we have to actually talk to her, because then I gotta transform back.
Gonna get cold tonight. Might have a deli pet. Weren't expecting
Easy money. Did not realize you could just murk her instead of letting her grab that sword. Alright. Disenchant some shit. Never mind, don't disenchant anything. We're gonna drop off Shield of Ysgramor and yeah, all the witches' heads. That's it. Wolf armor. Oh.
What's the matter? You can't stand the sight of a strong Nord woman?
No, just women, period. Where's Yorland? Hey, Yorland.
You know, it's only, but I think the Forge knows. I'm eager to try. Gods be praised.
Gods be praised. Boom, 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 boom.
Got a lot of steel. Gods be praised. We done?
Not so much a fan of the helmet, but I love the fucking armor.
Hey, watch it!
Shut up, Nazim. Oh. Oh, my cat's screaming.
That's good armor put together.
Are any of the orcs essential? I'm wondering if I can just go in there and wipe them all out rather than being friendly. Fucking Diaz. Oh. I climbed up the wrong side of the mountain. We're gonna make this work, damn it.
Halt, Outlander! By the code of Malakath, this stronghold belongs to the orcs. Your kind are unwelcome. This is our stronghold. Here, we are free to live as Malakath intended, away from the prying eyes of the Nords. You're not an orc or bloodkin, so stay out. We only help our own. We've heard whispers of an enchanted pair of gauntlets hidden in they are called the Forge Master's Fingers. Bring them to our chief. We will see.
Oh, nice. Spiders. Light work, no reaction. My wife has come in to destroy the cat with the squirt bottle. Impossible. Impossible. Atronach stone turns poison into a fucking... into nothing, man. Can't do shit to me. Oh, that one actually landed. Might have to transform for the final frostbite spider. Let's see. Oh, that does not bode well. Yo. Let's go. Ugh. Oh, for fuck's sake. Of course it's in here. A new hand. It touches the beacon. Listen, hear me and obey. A foul darkness has seeped into my temple.
A darkness that you will destroy. Return my beacon to Mount Kilcreath, and I will make you the instrument of my cleansing light.
What the fuck?
You have returned to ThoughtSlime's. Enter. Speak to our chief right away.
I don't believe. Feel free to trade with our smiths for orc weapons and armor. Train with my warriors, or purchase poisons from the wise woman. Welcome to our stronghold, bloodkin.
My brother keeps trying to spin these fantasies to me about my aunts and our father. He's crazy.
What?
You Tool's been teaching me to hunt. I'm still learning, but she's the best teacher I could have.
What the hell are you talking about? Aunts and fathers? Weird little incest comment, but alright. I need a pickaxe.
Haven't you seen how my aunts act with my father? It's beyond strange. Take a look. Until next time.
What the hell is there? What the fuck is the focus of the stronghold about aunts and fathers? I don't want to hear about all this. Absolutely. You saying that because you can't finish it?
No, I haven't even started yet.
I mean, you haven't even started yet.
I was cooking it.
Mm. Mm. That's good soup. Mm. Oh shit, can I not hit this one? Ah, damn it. Alright. Animation time. Strap in, everyone. Went by a lot faster than I thought it would. Iron.
I'm here to mine, Outlander. Unless you want to dig, get out.
What the fuck do you think I'm doing? Lady? Ebony. Oh, oh, oh. Oh my god. It's the fucking cat.
Mool is the smart
What is it, buddy?
I go where he tells me.
What do you need? How can I help you? There goes the ebony.
I have never should have come
I-
here. By the code of Malakath, you typical Outlander weakling. But your gold will strengthen the clan.
Ah, I'm trying to, bro, but you stepped on me. The cat has now joined me.
If you raise your hand against me again.
The cat is now sitting on me.
And me going to work the mine. The plan is to get rich and then go back to Augsburg and take over. Hey, watch it. Malcolm like brought us in when he found ebony in the mine. There's not enough men in town to work it. So here
I'm
we
here
are.
to mine, Outlander. So unless you want to dig, get out. those who rise to the challenge.
Mining is tough, but Mole says the money is good, so we mine.
Alright, let's see how much we got from that one singular trip. So roughly about 22 pieces of ebony. Nice. Alright. Got the wolf armor. Got the ebony. Now we head off to Solstheim. We might just fuck around and do the Dark Brotherhood questline just because. Haven't done it in a while. It might be funny to do it on a character that doesn't sneak. Goat. Cash is kind of perched up on my knee watching all the monitors go. He's most interested by the vocal levels box on Streamlabs.
Looking to hire a boat? If you're looking for passage to Solstheim, I'll give you a fair... If you ask me, I can't blame them. Things aren't what they used to be. They still pay me for supplies and passage. And I can all... Still interested in heading over... You've got yourself a ship. Well, here we are. Welcome to Raven Rock. Just be careful here. Things aren't what they used to be.
What is this? Thank you for following, Steeper Hawk. Hello. And goodbye. This channel welcomes everyone, except for bots. If you're a bot or a scammer, or you're offering to sell me something, go to hell. Now we'll avoid talking to that dirty Dunmer, and we're just gonna run around this way.
I hate to break it to you, but there isn't a scrap of ebony left in the mines.
I think we can transform this close. Alright, we're good. Oh shit. Oh, alright, we're good. Oh yeah. Whoop. Oh my god. Alright. Oh yeah. Poor guy.
Never knew what hit him.
With that, all the rightlings have been slaughtered. Hawk. There should be a whale. Whale. Snake. And then just wait. Now let's see if I can kill a lurker. Ugh.
So, another seeker after knowledge enters my realm. I am Hermaeus Mora, Prince of Fate and Lord of Secrets. This is Apocrypha, where all knowledge is forbidden. Perhaps you will uncover it to uncover hidden. Welcome. Perhaps you are a fool for a coward. If so, read your book again.
Ah!
For Apocrypha claims
It can be done. It's not gonna be easy, but it can be done. Let's just go ahead and cut right to the chase.
perhaps you will prove clever enough to uncover the secrets hidden.
Oh, this might actually not turn out well either.
Perhaps you are a fool or a coward. If so,
I think we actually had better luck with the human form. Interesting.
you will prove clever enough to uncover the secrets hidden. So, welcome. Perhaps you are a fool or a coward. If so, read your book again. Before Apocrypha claims forever.
Come on. Damn it. Do you have any potions to help out? Why'd the dog run in here?
Here.
Oh, bad little boy. Well, now we can no longer fight the lurker. Oh my, his eyes are so fucking big. What is he doing? No, he's baby. Don't yell at him like that. I don't know, try to move him. Maybe he'll bite you. The cat has occupied my wife's seat. Easy money. Easy. I just remember the two fucking lurkers I'm about to kill. Well, strictly one lurker. This is gonna be interesting. Ooh, shit, that was close. All right.
I can hardly wait. I do so love.
Now we go to do Saints and Seducers and get us
So we
a
may together.
Sword of Banishment.
Talk to Captain Gyarli if you're looking to book passage.
Hmm. Where the hell are those little freaks? Guess we'll just go do it ourselves. Oh my god. You do be very eepy though. You got very tired after fucking with you. Rawr.
Now, is this a surprise?
Oh my god. This fucking lizard packing heat. Oh my god, we are getting jumped. Uh, fuck. There we go. Shit.
All over now.
That's one down. How to deal with this guy?
Not so fast.
Fuck you and yielding. And suck it. That was just a regular door. I thought that had flame enchantment on it.
Never should come here.
Jesus.
Yes. Never should have come here. That's all you got.
Why does he keep summoning more?
Think you're bleeding.
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see them.
Blood fist fighting the wolf.
No sign of him.
Blood fist fighting the wolf, bruh.
Alright, time to be joining in the fairy time.
Based.
Never should have come.
What?
Just walking along.
Oh shit. In a video game. In a video game.
Playing tons of
Ugh, Stones tried to get me to play that game. Is it any good? So then the dad didn't succeed in the first one. Oh my god. I'm telling our friend. I'm telling our friend. It's over for you, bro. You're done. Amazing. Bitch. Bro, where the hell are the cats? There they are.
Do you see? Excellent. And now, take a look. May your road lead you to warm.
Just keep aggressively walking towards me. luck with that.
Haggling with you can be so entertaining. Until you summon me again.
That's the best. Damn you. You're routed. Fall back.
Oh, where'd the other one go? No! My loot. Ah, shit. Damn it. Oh well.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort.
I heard the bear. Oh fuck, it's a troll.
Alright, hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish.
You just watched me ice a troll, lady.
going to ask again. Don't you walk away from me. Mm-hmm.
Fucking Dunmer. Thanks for the stuff, idiot.
If you've come to Solitude to join the Legion, speak to Rika. If not, just keep your nose clean while you're here. You'll end up like Rome.
They can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions. Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until you're ready.
Traitor!
Alright. Clear out Spriggan first. Damn it. Boom. Alright. Oh, we go. We'll try no werewolf mode, and then we'll try werewolf mode right after. Oh, that's not looking good. Oh. Alright, that did not go well. But why did it quick save me over here? What the fuck? Why did it pump autos? That's weird. Alright. Let's try going gorilla mode. Not being able to heal might make this a tad difficult. Oh, he can be knocked down. Bro, easy fucking money. Hey, what's up, Ed? Doing alright. Hanging out. Doing a werewolf character. Thought about watching a cringy ass slime, ThoughtSlime video.
Ah, sweet oblivion, soon I shall return.
Thinking about it, not sure. Not sure if I can survive the cringe. It's supposed to be from this guy named ThoughtSlime. Apparently he made a video about how white people slash Jewish people can't actually be offended or something like that. I can't remember. Hold on. I can't remember what it was. Hold on. Destiny got paid like he got paid like $10 and they told him, or he got paid $20 to watch this video 3 minutes, and he got like 30 seconds into it and then he just gave up. Somebody paid him $20. He was like, they said, I'll double it. Like, I'll give you another $40 if you watch this video 3 minutes. 22-minute video. I'm kind of curious to see why he couldn't even last 3 minutes. Oh my lord, this woman's just lighting me up. Stop! He couldn't even do it, man. He couldn't do it. Fuck off. Fuck off. Right. What do you think? You think we can make it the whole 22 minutes? You know what? Fuck it. Let me change the stream title. Watching Thought Slimes. Zionists are crybabies. That's right, buddy. That's right, buddy. We'll just throw in the little reacting tag right there. Oh my god, ThoughtSlime's fucking video title is banned. Hold on, watching ThoughtSlime's newest video. How about that? Maybe slime is the word. Nope, it was okay. Literally, the word Zionist is banned on Twitch. I feel like Twitch understands that fucking I feel like Twitch understands that the left kind of uses that word as a derogatory slur for Jewish people. Alright. Titles are updated. Video is booted. Closed captioning is off. Cat is screaming. That's right. You're just kind of sitting behind your chair underneath the blanket, just kind of screaming in agony. I don't know what he's trying to do. He's just kind of sitting there screaming. Yeah. Pings, what are you doing? He's just sitting there, bro. Just sitting there contemplatively.
Easily offended and censorious people are usually those with the closest proximity to power. There's an inverse correlation between how outraged you are by speech you disagree with and how likely that speech is to actually hurt you. And I don't mean like individually powerful people here. I mean hegemonically powerful people. People in the dominant group. White people. Men. Straight people. That kind of thing. The powerful and privileged are the least likely to being challenged, to being upset, and
the people with the most power are the ones most easily offended? I guess depending on your perspective, that's true. But the problem is that in my mind, the people with the most power are like gays, the minorities, people of a certain religion. Like those people, to me, are the most easily offended, and they have the most power in society. But he's talking about like white people. He's talking about he just said like white people, straight people, like they're the ones most offended, and it's like I don't know about that. I would just say people in general are easily offended, but that's like the general average person is probably easily offended by something, but I don't know. I don't know how he's gonna support this perspective. Because in his mind, the least likely, or the person that is least likely to be offended is like, according to the stance that he just gave, or the structure he just gave, like gay black people are the least likely to be offended. But I think we can all think of one word that will like send them into a fucking frenzy. I didn't grab the one fucking thing I went out there to go get. Damn it. There's like one word Starts with an N, ends with an R, that can get you obliterated on every social media platform for saying it. But to him, these are the people that are the least likely to be offended, so I don't know, man. Bit weird, but let's see.
The least likely to experience consequences for any overreaction we might have. Basically, we can say whatever and nobody ever jumps up our entire asshole about it. Like, say, if women said they felt more comfortable around bears than dudes, people might absolutely lose their minds about that, but I can say whatever dumb shit I want. Once you notice this...
This is about the time that Destiny clicked off, but that statement is just so... like, retarded. Like, I don't know. I can't think of a better word. You most certainly do not have the N pass. You are a European. You're the least likely individual to have an N pass. I don't have an N pass. I can't even give those out. It is a cringe position. I agree with that. That's a good word for it. But, like, the idea that he can say whatever he wants and nobody gets offended or nobody jumps up his ass is retarded. Like, there's a guy right now that's getting shit on by Ethan Klein, and he's a Jewish dude, and he's getting shit on because he said that all K-pop sounds like anime music. Or, no, all Japanese music sounds like anime music. Like, there's a white, straight dude who said something and got, like, everyone in his immediate circle, everyone on the internet jumped up his ass. So, like, immediately, I don't know what the hell ThoughtSlime is talking about. Like, this is just immediately not true.
What was that?
Maybe he'll give some examples? It's a 20-minute video, so hopefully there's some examples.
You start to see it everywhere. The people with no real reason to be upset being the loudest and most upsettest about nothing, shouting directly over minority groups how ball-bustingly irate they are about grievances that would be trivial even if they hadn't been imagined.
Fucking pronouns!
But there's one group of people who right now are really changing the game in terms of phony, weaponized outrage directed at people who they themselves are hurting. I'm of course referring to the humble Zionist. Please observe the exact phenomenon.
ThoughtSlime isn't a small creator. I wish he would go out and, like, fix his fucking teeth. I hate the way he talks because his tongue keeps clicking against his bigger tooth.
And I am describing distilled into its purest essence. If you expect me to argue that Israel's actions in Gaza and Palestine generally...
What was that? What does this say? My wife is a brave Jew. We stood alone at Yale University today. She wore no mask and was proud. Notice the horde behind their masks. This is a goofy looking shirt. Just says Jew on it. I mean, if we're trying to play up like the victimhood mentality, why don't we like put a Star of David on here or something? I don't understand. I don't understand why she looks so pissed off. I don't even know what this was a month ago, so this might have been at the Free Palestine riots or something.
Essence. If you expect me to argue that Israel's actions in Gaza and Palestine generally constitute a genocide, or that Israel is an ethno-nationalist project whose existence is premised on the extermination of the indigenous population, I'm not going to do that. That's merely the truth. I'm not particularly interested in humoring the people.
The state of Israel is founded on the project of eliminating the local population. Why haven't they done it yet? Why is there a single Palestinian still alive? During the 3-day war, they could have just like marched through the streets and wiped out every other country that was opposing them. Why didn't they do that if their purpose was to eliminate the local population? Why the hell is Israel just quarantining Palestine if the goal is to eliminate them? What the fuck are you talking about, ThoughtSlime? What the fuck are you talking about?
People who continue to pretend otherwise. This video isn't meant to convince anyone to support the Palestinian cause because, you know, if you're not already supporting that, you're not reachable. If watching thousands of people be brutally murdered didn't move you, what the fuck am I going to say to convince you to become a human being? For the
If thousands of people getting murdered won't convince you to join our cause, then what can I say? I don't know, man. I mean, October 7th was pretty brutal. I mean, are you going to ignore that? Like, we can play the game of who hurt who and who fucked up who, and oh my god, you're not a human if you don't sympathize with these people. We can go tit for tat, but that's boring. I don't care about going tit for tat, like who's in the right and who's in the wrong. And saying, oh, these people got hurt. Oh, these people got killed. Yeah, terrorists get like brutalized every single day. I don't care about a terrorist getting murked. I don't think anybody cares about a terrorist getting murked. Your argument, this guy's argument is that everybody that gets murked on the Palestinian side is just an innocent civilian, but he has to show that. But he won't show that because, you know, he's a liar.
Record, if you're looking for a video like that, there's some in the description below from creators who are more suited to it and have more patience than I. No, I have a much more modest purpose in mind for this video, one which I believe I'm far better equipped to handle. I just want to point and laugh.
True, there are so many animals getting brutalized and R-worded in factories across America. If that can't convince you to be a vegan, you know, a bleeding heart vegan, if the vegan teacher can't convince you to be a vegan after she uses the fucking R word and, you know, saying that animals get brutalized and molested and shit, you know, I don't know what will convince you to be a vegan.
At the way that Zionists portray themselves as the victims of their own oppressive behavior. That is what we will be discussing today. They deserve to be mocked, to at all times have the humiliating cowardice at the center of their worldview exposed for all to see, and importantly, for everyone to laugh at. You know, it's a difficult time to be a Zionist. Support for a genocide can be bad for your personal brand. It is therefore in the interest of a Zionist to portray any and all criticism of their positions or...
When I hear the word Zionist, back in the day, I would have been like, oh, those are the people that want to like make Israel like broadened out to the point where like Palestine doesn't exist anymore. Now, like nowadays, when I hear the word Zionist, I think that these people mean Jew. I don't think these people actually mean an individual that supports the right of Israel to expand. I think they just mean any Jewish person that thinks that Israel has the right to exist, period. I think they consider Zionists now. Like there were a bunch of discussions and debates back in the day with like Christopher Hitchens debating fervent religious supporters of Israel. And when he calls them Zionists, he calls them Zionists because they were pushing into the Palestinian borders with homesteads and what was the word? With settlers. So when I hear Christopher Hitchens say Zionist, I know he means the Jews and the Christians that support Israel pushing out past its own border. When ThoughtSlime says Zionist, I think he means any Jew that thinks Israel should exist, period. Which, you know, on any other platform in any other time period than today, that would earn you an insta ban. Like you can't say thug when referring to criminals anymore because lefties think you mean black people. Like when they hear Tucker Carlson or they hear anyone remotely right wing use the word thug, they think you mean black people. Because they think you're secretly racist when you use that word. So you can't use the word thug anymore because they think it's a dog whistle. I think Zionist is a anti-Semitic dog whistle now. Unironically, I think that.
Israel's actions in general in the most hyperbolic terms they can possibly imagine. World-ending stakes, complete fantasy bullshit.
What does it say? I can't even read. The keffiyeh is the modern day. I don't think I can say that one. Blank hood and robe and the Palestinian flag, all but has a. What's it called? Oh, Jesus. Brown University President Christina Paxson planned to say every student, faculty, and staff member should be able to proudly wear a Star of David or don a keffiyeh on the brown campus, or to cover their head with a hijab or yarmulke. After pro-Palestinian protesters heckled. I mean, that's fine, I guess. You want to wear whatever you want. I mean, the keffiyeh, if I remember what the keffiyeh is properly, I think the keffiyeh literally is a pro. Let me make sure before I start. Yeah, yeah, it's like a actual. So when we say keffiyeh, we probably mean this type of head garb, but this particularly, the Jews and Israelis view this as a pro-terrorist symbol because it's a pro-Hamas symbol. This particular type of scarf, this style. It's not a Palestinian. It says symbol for Palestinians, but it's not a Palestinian. It's a pro-Hamas scarf. And Hamas is the Israeli governmental group that, or not Israeli, sorry, the Palestinian governmental group that enacted October 7th, and that is dedicated entirely to the elimination of Israel. So, I mean, whether you believe it or not, the Israelis view this as like a terrorist symbol. So, it's kind of weird that they would just call it a keffiyeh. I think there's a specific word. Can't remember it. There's a specific word for the Palestinian version of the scarf. Free soldier scarf. Can't remember it. I remember hearing Benny Morris talk about it. Can't remember the damn word. Anyway, not sure if you should be allowed to wear that one. If I can't wear if I can't wear like a certain fascist group from the 1940s Germany, if I can't wear their memorabilia, you probably shouldn't be allowed to wear that scarf either. I think you should be allowed to wear whatever the fuck you want. But if you are banned from wearing Nazi, I'll just say it. If you're banned from wearing Nazi iconography, you should be banned from wearing that as well. It's a fucking government that's literally like that. Its mission statement is the elimination of Israel and like the eradication of the Jewish people. I don't understand why the hell you can't wear Nazi memorabilia, but you can wear a keffiyeh. That's kind of fucking psychotic. They should either both be banned or neither should be banned. Do it. Cancel me. Fuck it.
If they exaggerate enough, hopefully, you won't think about their position.
Israel right-wing activists blocked aid truck which were on their way to Gaza today at the Tarkemia crossing in the West Bank. Is there any evidence for that, or is this just a... evidence for that, or is this just a video clip?
Or why they might hold them, or who they might kill as a result. Naturally, the easiest way to do
just
that
a video
is
clip.
To smear
Nice.
all criticism
Based.
Of Israel
Good job, ThoughtSlime.
The Israeli government does as inherently anti-Semitic. That's always been the #1 play in the Zionist hand.
Zionist playbook. Claim anti-Semitism. Play 2, not necessary. Claim anti-Semitism. Maybe back in the day this was true. Nowadays, I think this is very apt. I think that you people, you hyper lefties, calling any Jew that thinks Israel should exist a Zionist, I think that's pretty clear. Like every Jew that does not agree with you, you call a Zionist. I feel as though anti-Semitism is probably a good counter to what it is y'all are doing nowadays. Back then, I can see it. nowadays, nah.
handbook to basically press Control F, and everywhere someone uses the word Israel, replace that with the Jews and just pretend their critics said that instead. Wouldn't that be fucked up if they said that? Perhaps some of you are at this moment concern trolling as we speak, furiously typing away in the comments about how dare I, a non-Jewish person, dare to say what is and is not anti-Semitic. And ordinarily, I'd agree. But
Who
you know,
cares?
the specific accusation of anti-Semitism being thrown at Palestinians simply for being alive people who would like to be alive in their homes is really not worth taking seriously. It has no merit and belittles the threat of genuine anti-Semitism, but more importantly, is itself a racist myth used to justify mass murder. And I know you little Zionist freaks, you're out there.
As you can see, this so-called protester said an anti-Semitic thing via laws of inference. We can thus dismiss any and all such arguments put forth by anyone in the general area. New York Times, some guy at pro-Hamas encampment was anti-Semitic, claims reliable Zionist counter-protester. Isn't that what y'all do, though? You claim that one person is a white supremo, therefore, like, the entire group is racist or something? I'm pretty sure ThoughtSlime has done this in the past. This exact tactic that he's shitting on right now. Regardless, I need to hear his point again. It was so retarded it didn't even...
used to justify mass murder. And I know you little Zionist freaks, you're out there, and you're right now posting a bunch of different times that you saw a Palestinian person or someone who supports Palestinian people doing something anti-Semitic. And like, yeah, no shit, dog. Anti-Semitism exists everywhere. If you see someone of a particular ethnic group do something anti-Semitic, I don't think that means you get to wipe that ethnic group off the map. So go ahead and shut the entire fuck up. Maybe it's not my place to say, but like...
my brain, okay. I need to lock in, okay? I'm gonna stop playing Skyrim for a second. I have to lock in. The point is so stupid, it keeps like... I swear to God, I can't pay attention. It's so stupid. I think my fucking brain is trying to protect itself. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to pay attention. I swear to God. Mushir Mickey Joe, thank you for following. Is this a video or are you playing Skyrim or both? I'm doing both, but I have to watch this video. I'm watching this clown because Destiny literally couldn't get through this video, and so I'm trying to do what the great streamer Destiny cannot, but like my brain is fucking melting out of my ears. I'm trying to pay attention, but I can't. It's just so fucking stupid. Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time. Okay, hold on. Alright, here we go.
Used to justify mass murder. And
okay.
I know you little Zionist freaks, you're out there, and you're right now posting a bunch of different times that you saw a Palestinian person or someone who supports Palestinian people doing something anti-Semitic. And like, yeah, no shit, dog. Anti-Semitism exists everywhere. If you see someone of a particular ethnic group do something anti-Semitic, I don't think that means you get to wipe that ethnic group off the map. So go ahead and shut the entire fuck up.
I don't understand. Do you think the argument of Israel is that they saw one Palestinian saying something anti-Semitic, so now they get to obliterate Palestine off the map? I don't understand. Who the fuck is on Twitter saying that they saw a Palestinian say something anti-Semitic, so now they get to obliterate all of Palestine? What are you talking about? Oh my god, ThoughtSlime, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh god, my head, I'm getting a fucking migraine. Oh, Christ almighty. It's so hard to listen to him because of like the way he talks like this, because his tooth is bigger than the other tooth. And then after talking like Daffy Duck and like treating us, the listener, or us, the people that don't agree with him, like we're retarded, he then has this smug, soy jack, derp look on his fucking face. Like, this dude was ripped straight out of like 2011, 2012. Like, he wants to be H Bomber Guy, except H Bomber Guy has like abandoned this style of content because it's no longer faux pas. It's no longer good to watch, but he just can't. This is all he knows. Well, people are saying wipe Palestine off the map because of the extremists in the state, while there are also civilians living there. Maybe. I think that the point you made is probably more concise and more understandable than what ThoughtSlime is literally saying. I think that if that's what ThoughtSlime meant, I can see that. I wish that he would put up like posts or pictures or screenshots or anything of anyone saying because there's anti-Semitism in Palestine, we have the right to kill not just Hamas operatives, we have the right to eliminate citizens as well. I would hope that he would put actual. God, this picture is so good. This would make such a good thumbnail. This fucking soy jack smug face. I can't get over it. But I wish he would show some evidence of that rather than just going, I know you're doing it. I know you little. He says Zionists, but what he means is Jews. He's like, I know you little Jews are typing in my fucking chat. I know you're doing it.
Maybe it's not my place to say, but like, doesn't seem like they listen when Holocaust survivors say it, so whose place is it exactly? Kind of feels like they just don't want people to say it, and it should go without.
Holocaust survivors. I hope he doesn't mean Norm Finkelstein. Norm Finkelstein didn't survive the Holocaust, did he? Wasn't he a kid? No, he wasn't even. Oh, man. Oh, I'm trying to remember Norm Finkelstein's background. It was like his parents were in a camp and they got out, and I think Norm was like a baby. Norm was a baby, and then he claims that he was a Holocaust survivor. So he wasn't like made to work or like he wasn't cognitively capable of understanding the situation he was in because he was a fucking baby. But he equates himself to like the older people that were very much cognizant and very much alive and aware as they were put through like the worst fucking torment imaginable. I can't tell what he is. I think ThoughtSlime is this weird. I think he's a Canadian. It's ThoughtSlime Canadian. Yep, there you go. His name is Mildred. His name's not Mildred. Fuck off. There's no shot. Fuck off, WikiTube. Is a Canadian leftist anarchist. His name's not fucking Mildred. Fuck off. I don't believe that.
Saying, but won't go without saying, so I will.
Gasoline to be a man of white people. True.
Have to say it. That so long as there's been Zionism, there's also existed Jewish resistance to Zionism. Jewish people are not and have never been our enemy in this fight.
Yeah, he's talking about Norm. Yeah, he's talking about Norm Finkelstein. When he says Jewish people are not and have never have been our enemy, he's only talking about the Jews that think Israel, the state, should not exist, period, point blank. So, like, he's talking about the self-hating Jews. He's talking about the Jews that don't want any home country, period, for their people. The hyper-progressive, hyper-lefty, self-flagellating losers that are cool with their people being spread to the wind with like no homeland or ties to their past. Like Seth Rogen, pretty much. The Seth Rogen type of Jew that are like Jewish in race only. They have like no tie to their religion. They have no tie to their heritage. Only by like their blood are they Jewish. Those are the type of Jews he's talking about. And like Norm Finkelstein is their champion. Like the chief propaganda like writer for Palestinians and for anti-Israeli Jews.
On the contrary, they are, and have always been, and will continue to be, some of our most outspoken allies. No people are a monolith, and no people deserve to be treated as monoliths. That's one of the reasons why, for example, it's a war crime to commit collective punishment, according to the Geneva Convention. Something to think about. But you can see already how we're made to jump through these hoops to even express support for Palestinians. Zionists position the conflict between Israel and Palestine.
Conflict. However, both sides are to blame. Is language used to imply that this is a choice made by both sides rather than one side unilaterally oppressing the other. It is a choice. With how many times Israel has come to the table and offered fucking Palestine its own borders, and offered Palestinians a fucking way out of this conflict that's non-violent. With how many times Israel has come to the table. By the way, the most recent example being a few months ago. Or not even a few months ago, a few weeks ago. With Hamas rejects current ceasefire. Fucking, what is this? Where is it? Where is it? Fucking Al Jazeera wants to blame fucking Israel. So this was 2 weeks ago. Basically, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, there was a ceasefire proposed by the U.S. and the UN and a bunch of countries from the UN. Israel agreed to it, and then everyone was waiting and waiting and waiting, and then Hamas said no. And all these fucking people like ThoughtSlime are like, well, actually, if Hamas had agreed to it, Israel would have said no and demanded more, even though Israel was the one that was saying yes and waiting on Hamas to reply. This is a conflict. Hamas and Palestine are choosing to continue this fucking fight. This could be done tomorrow. Devil's Advocate is fine. Fucking, Devil's Advocate is good because it helps me not become a rabid feral animal against this person, against ThoughtSlime. But it's really fucking hard to steelman a retard like ThoughtSlime. Like, your point was more concise and understandable than, like, fucking anything ThoughtSlime has put forward. His eyebrows are fucking with me. His whole physical appearance is upsetting. I also don't like that he's got a fucking, what is that, Super Nintendo? I don't like that he has this back here and it's not plugged into something to play on.
Palestine is uniquely complicated, uniquely divisive, and therefore something we must be uniquely sensitive about. But of course, only sensitive to their feelings. Forget the material realities or the fucking well-being of Palestinians or Arabs. No, they gotta be portrayed as monstrous terrorists without any legitimate grievances who just kill because of their fucked up monster brains before a Zionist will even come to the table. To do otherwise,
Who does that?
To think
Who does
this
that?
racial group is anything but a bunch of...
Just to put a finer point on it, remember earlier that he was showing all these tweets and all these little Twitter clips and whatnot and showing these videos and stuff. And then we get to the part where he's saying that these people are depicting Palestinians as terroristic mongrel dog creatures, and that justifies Zionists to go in and wipe them out, right? And then he shows nothing. There's nothing on the screen. He's not showing fuck all. Which makes me think that he's either lying or he's making shit up.
Backwards monster people in the minds of the Zionist is the racist position, actually. It's racist not to hate this particular race. And this strategy has usually worked out in the past because the countries with all of the money and power and all of the corporations who those countries work for are generally on board with whatever Israel wants to do. That's why they put Israel there in the first place.
Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, almost all of the UN consistently shits on Israel. If we were to, like, look up, if we were to, like, tally how many statements from the UN or UN members were denouncing Israel versus how many were denouncing Hamas or who governs the other side? God damn it, the other government for the West Bank. Oh, brain, come on. Fuck me, I can't remember the other fucking government because nobody gives a fuck about this one. Who governs Palestine? Hamas and what's it called? Is it the PA? I think it's like the PLA or something. POA or some bullshit. Palestinian Authority. Thank God. There it is. Jesus Christ. Anyway, if we were to tally how many like statements denounce the PA and denounce Hamas versus how many denounce Israel, it's gonna be like over fucking whelmingly shitting on Israel for anything. Anything they do in the East. Any fucking thing they do, they get shit on for. The idea that like the world unilaterally backs Israel is not only patently false but also retarded.
To do that, those national and global
POS.
interests have the influence and money to make themselves heard, while some dispossessed Palestinian grandmother isn't likely to get to plead her case on CNN. And if she does manage it by some miracle, you can always just yell, "Do you condemn Hamas?" at her until she goes away. Also, you know, just like the general Islamophobia of the West, that's also helpful for them. You know, it's easier to dehumanize a group of people who a lot of people are already super racist against. So they have that going for them. Yippee! Of course, the math changes.
The cringe. The cringe.
Somewhat when our social media feeds are all flooded with a constant barrage of evidence of Israeli war crimes carried out by Israeli forces, Israelfully. Evidence they can no longer suppress and are desperate to convince us to just ignore because they can't square it with anything they claim to believe.
Some wonder why there was such overwhelming support for us to shut down potentially TikTok or other entities of that nature. If you look at the postings on TikTok and the number of mentions of Palestinians relative to other social media sites, it's overwhelmingly so among TikTok broadcasts.
Oh my God! He admitted!
Fair enough, it is difficult to form a coherent counter-argument.
Wait, what? Admitted what?
Thousands of dead children.
What was that? What was the point of that? Mitt Romney, why has Israel PR been so awful? What?
Postings on TikTok and the number of mentions of Palestinians relative to other social media sites, it's overwhelmingly so. Number of entities of that nature support.
Or because they can't square it with anything they claim to believe.
Some wonder why there was such overwhelming support for us to shut down potentially TikTok or other entities of that nature. If you look at the postings on TikTok and the number of mentions of Palestinians relative to other social media sites, it's overwhelmingly so among TikTok broadcast.
Oh my God!
What? I don't like Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney annoys me greatly. I don't understand why 30... Oh, fuck me. I'm gonna... Oh, I can't even say what I'm about to do. Oh, fucking Twitch and YouTube. Oh, my days. Gonna self-delete in a video game. I don't understand how a 30-second clip from TikTok proves that the US government was eager to shut down TikTok because there were more clips on TikTok of Palestinians suffering. ThoughtSlime says it's Palestinians suffering. But again, we have no idea what any of these clips were. We have no fucking clue. We just only have what ThoughtSlime is saying they are. And then we have some random guy, I don't even know who the fuck this is, going, "Oh my God! They admitted it!" They admit what? Who is they? Mitt Romney is one fucking unpopular Republican. that fucking failed in a presidential bid against fucking Obama. What do you mean they admitted it? What the fuck are you talking about? What is this clip? What is this fucking point he's trying to make? I'm gonna have a stroke in a video game. My character in Skyrim's literally about to stroke out and just, fucking die. I don't understand this point. I don't understand how this is a big W for ThoughtSlime. I don't understand why this old gentleman, I don't even know who the hell this guy is going, oh my god, they admitted it! Oh, maybe. Dude looks like his... Guy might either have Alzheimer's or his brain is working so hard that all the hair on his head, like, fell off. Like, his brain got too hot and just singed all the hair off.
Fair enough, it is difficult to form a coherent counter-argument to thousands of dead children. Like, that's going to be more convincing. So instead of even trying to come up with a justification or
thousands of dead children,
not murdering all of the children, they've kind of just...
There's no shot. How many children have been confirmed dead in Gaza? Come on, mouse. Work with me. How many children who are missing are separated from their families? Gaza, dude. 20,000. Children have been killed. 15,000 other children have been killed. Nation. Right. Where are they getting these numbers? That's all I got. 37,000. Children. Where are they getting these numbers from? Estimates approximately. Companies for each other. 12,000 are missing in Gaza. Buried rubble. Casualties. Ministry of Health. Latest figures from the Ministry of Health in Gaza, more than 14,000, of whom 7,779 have been identified. Do we have numbers that corroborate this outside of the Gaza Ministry of Health? Number of confirmed children dead outside the Gaza Ministry. Confirmed. Why did the UN revise the number of children killed in Gaza? The United Nations says it revised its tally of women and children killed over the past 7 months in Gaza. Last Ministry of Territory confirms most but not all identified as casualties, despite the UN maintains that overall death toll more than 35,000. Considering Gaza's health ministry says so. Those figures, however, only account for 70% of the deaths fully identified. Gaza's health ministry has been fully able to identify. UN spokesperson Farhan Haq says Gaza Health Ministry is still working. 10,000 or more deaths based on the identities. The Health Ministry's overall death toll of more than 35,000 spans the past 7 months of the war that began on last launch. Israel killing 1,200 people and taking hostage according. Dude, it says the Health Ministry revised the numbers, but like fucking, can I get what the UN says it was? Based on the 70% of deaths identified in Gaza, 52% of those killed in Gaza are women and children. The UN says, okay, how is the UN arriving at these numbers? The ministry does not differentiate between civilians and militants killed. Nice. Love that. More than 1,900 people killed are classified as elderly. My problem is that if you... Okay, I'm going to say something, okay? If a militant operative is below the age of 18, they are considered a child. So if Hamas or some group in, I don't know, Southwest Africa is using child soldiers, like some military group in the Congo is using child soldiers. If those children are killed, those are counted as children dying, but those were militants. Those were children wielding weapons. That may be, fucked up. It's sad that that happened. However, they're still fighters. This is war. This is not a video game where we can like disarm the child and then like put them in a sleeper hold or something. This is like somebody's running at you with an AK-47. You can't really wait to get their ID before you like defend yourself. So I'm wondering what the age range is of these people, of these quote unquote kids that have died. I'm wondering what it is, because if the age range of people that have died is 13 to 17, majority, in my mind, I'm immediately going to, these were militants that were killed in combat. That's where my mind goes to. If the majority of the number is like 14 to 5 or below that, 14 and below, I'm like, okay, these were probably just kids. These were probably just children that were executed. But I'm only seeing raw numbers. I don't know if there's like a breakdown at age. Getty Images, Agency, hostages. The health ministry in Gaza has struggled to keep an up-to-date electronic database with the name, age, gender, ID of each person killed in the war due to the scale of deaths, and because most hospitals in Gaza Strip have collapsed and stopped functioning. Most of them have collapsed and stopped functioning because they keep putting military operations underneath or inside of the hospitals, so then Israel blows them up because of that. Oh, God. Every day I got, what is this? Dr. Ismail Mayer, what the Gaza death toll misses. The Gaza Ministry of Health says it counts 35,000 people. The death toll count also does not include the untold number of people dying from preventable disease, malnutrition. Israel has besieged, blah, blah, blah. Dr. Ismail with the Islamic Medical Association of North America was recently volunteering, blah, blah, blah. Good Lord. He says every day he was declaring parents dead from treatable blah, blah, blah. I've pronounced people dead from very routine medical conditions, such as a grandmother with a urinary tract infection, the middle-aged man who dies from his diabetes because he doesn't have access to his medicines. You should probably tell Hamas to stop using all the fucking funding that your country is getting on random bullshit trips to France then. It's just middle-aged again. Okay, so there's no age breakdown. I would like to see an age breakdown. I don't like Hamas, so my bias is that they're not giving out the age range because it would make them look bad. But people like ThoughtSlime are going to say, to put this into a broader perspective, people like ThoughtSlime want you to think, whenever they say children, they want you to think like 5-year-old holding their teddy bear gets blown up by a frag grenade. That's what they want you to think. And then people that are like extremely pro-Israel want you to think like 17-year-old holding a machine gun, getting ready to gun down a family, and then they get shot. The truth is, it's probably somewhere in the middle, if I'm being extremely charitable. But given how much Hamas fucking lies and how the UN had to come out and go, these numbers aren't quite true, I'm going to guess the number is probably closer to what Israel would have you believe. Plot twist, high infant mortality rate. If it was such that babies were dying, I'd be curious to which babies were dying because of. Like, if they're getting blown up, well then, that sucks. That's really bad. We should probably not be doing that. But if they're dying because they're starving, I don't see that as Israel's fault. I see that as Hamas's fault for, like, tearing up every single attempt that the UN or that charities try to provide in order to feed their people. I remember they tried to build a desalinization plant, or they tried to build like pipes to carry clean water across Palestine, and then Hamas started like pulling up the pipes to turn into rockets. Like, I supreme. Oh, by the way, rockets that like aren't going to do shit to Israel because the Iron Dome keeps obliterating all incoming rockets. True. I want a better breakdown of these numbers than what ThoughtSlime will give you, which is just, oh, this is 17,000 little 2-year-old babies dying. I remember seeing something about like how in the Middle Ages the life expectancy was somewhat similar to our own. The only reason that it always pops up as being like 30 or 40 is because so many babies were dying. And that dragged the number like way down. I'd just be curious. The infant mortality is probably higher in Gaza because, you know, they keep putting all the fucking military operations in the basements of hospitals. True. My brain is in overdrive because I'm dealing with somebody that's extremely fucking dishonest. I'm dealing with ThoughtSlime. Slimy little piece of shit. There's no fucking way his name is Mildred. I don't like ThoughtSlime. There's no way his parents named him Mildred. There's no way. That can't be true. There's no way a guy with a lisp with goofy eyebrows is also named Mildred. No shot.
Just settled on getting very mad, and because they're mad, that means that you hurt them because they're mad. And
you sound
it
very Irish.
Hurt my feelings when you said that the use of white phosphorus is a war crime. That made me feel unsafe. That's actually anti-Semitic that you said that, and so I think the government should.
Okay, he brought up a tweet finally to back up his goofy ass point. 377 to 44 to 1. House passed a resolution that the slogan "From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free" is anti-Semitic and it must be condemned. It is. It is an anti-Semitic. I mean, it's an anti-Israeli. I don't know if you want to call it anti-Semitic, but like it is like a hate slogan. If the same house that banned "They will not or if the same house that banned the phrase "they will not replace us," if they banned that for being hateful and anti-Semitic, they fucking sure as shit better ban "From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free." They better ban that shit too. Oh my god, he's Dutch. We've got a Dutch, we've got a Romanian, and an American based. But yeah, "From the river to the sea" is basically like the slogan and chant for people that want the elimination of Israel. And the ones that are best for covering up at it are have the same type of argument as like the white supremos that want to get rid of all minorities from the U.S. They say, well, we're not gonna kick them out, and we're not gonna kill them, or we're not gonna hurt them. We're just gonna convince them to leave. It's like, how are you gonna convince like this many people to leave their homes? Like, you're gonna have to force some people out. Like these goobers are like, "From the river to the sea" isn't a anti-Semitic chant. It's like, okay, how are you gonna get rid of Israel? How are you gonna get rid of all the Jews that are living in Israel right now? Like, well, we would just, you know, get rid of the state of Israel and replace it with Hamas. Okay, what's going to happen to all the Jews there? What's going to happen to all the Jews that are now being ruled over by Hamas that has stated openly that it will like search for every Jew across the world and eliminate them. Like, what do you think is gonna fucking happen? They're not gonna kindly convince them to leave. They're going to fucking eradicate them. They're going to kill them in their homes just like they did on October 7th. True. It may be an expression for freedom, but to Westerners and people that aren't in the Palestinian shoes, it is definitely a chant for the elimination of Israel. 1,000,000,000,000%. There's nobody in America that, when they say that chant, they're like, oh, we just want them to be free. No, they chant it because they hate Israel. That may not mean they hate Jews, to be fair to ThoughtSlime, but they hate Israel. They hate it. They view it as like the extension of Western imperialism and what do you call it? European supremacy over minorities. Like they view it as the final, not the final, but like the latest iteration in colonial imperialism. Because when they look at Jews, they see white people. So they see a bunch of white people moving into Palestine and then taking it from the brown people. That's all they see as Americans. That's all they see because they're retarded. Fucking the Jews that hate Israel, like Norm Finkelstein and his ilk, they confuse me a lot. They confuse me a lot because they aren't asking that Israel change its behavior. They're asking that Israel like not exist, period. It's like self-hatred to the point where it's self-hatred to such an extent that you want your homeland to no longer exist. It's very perplexing to me. Yeah, when they actually start doing that, then I'll believe that. Whoopi Goldberg has said she's gonna move to Canada like 6 or 7 times. So has fucking Jennifer Lawrence, and they still ain't done it yet. They got the money to do it. They just don't do it because they're dumb fucks that don't actually hate this country. Man, I am not. What do you call it? Maybe it's probably. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like if you hate your country to such an extent that you don't want it to exist any longer, you should probably just go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. There are plenty of people in the country that want it to continue existing. Like, the overwhelming majority of Jews want Israel to exist. I think it's like 70-80% of Jews like believe Israel ought to exist. Like Norm Finkelstein is the minority. The Jews that don't want Israel to exist are the minority. I feel like they should just go somewhere else then and stop trying to obliterate this homeland that was built by and for their people. Like the place where I live, if a bunch of people are like, "Oh, we have to give it back to the we have to leave, you know, this place sucks." You know, "Oh my God, we're so evil because of the way that this place was founded." So I'm like, you can leave. Like you can just not be here. I'm not going anywhere. I've been born and raised in this area like my whole fucking life. I'm not going anywhere. I don't give a shit what, you know, not even mine, because my my great grandparents on my mom's side are immigrants, and then my grandparents on my dad's side are immigrants. Like they're technically refugees. So the idea that I would get told that I need to leave is perplexing. I am never going to leave this fucking country, and I would never leave the state that I'm in. But if somebody was so self-hating, they're like, oh, this whole country needs to be disbarred, I would just tell them, like, just leave. Just go away. I like it here. Man, I hope that I don't think Thought Slime is a Jew. I do think he's a Canadian though, which is like the worst thing you can possibly be on planet Earth. There's only one thing worse than being a Canadian, and that's being a Quebecian Canadian. If you're a Quebecian Canadian, you should just not exist. Fucking, how far away is Deutschland from, wait, you're Dutch, you're Danish. How far away is Dutch? What the fuck? My brain is fried right now. Hold on. What is the country of the Dutch? Am I retarded? The Netherlands. Good lord. Alright. I guess you wouldn't be called a Netherlandian. I was like, there's no country called Dutch. I was like, well, there's Deutschland. I'm like, well, Deutschland isn't where the Dutch are from. I was like, where the fuck? What country is this fucking guy from? Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, Dutch is the Netherlands. Damn. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, man. Wouldn't it be nice to kick the Germans off of your property? You gotta come to America, bro. That or go to Brazil. I hear there's a booming population of Germans there. Like if it was 1955, right? And the German and the Netherlandians, the Deutschlands, the Dutch were like, you know, get all these Germans out of here, I would be more understanding. If it's 2024 and there were a group of violent Dutchmen in fucking the Netherlands that were actively trying to eliminate all Germans in the Netherlands, but okay, maybe that's not so poggers. Maybe that's not so great. It's the same thing with Palestine right now. Like, I would be upset. I would be upset. I would understand being upset back in 1947 or in the 1920s. I would understand that. It's 2024 and we've had many, many, many conflicts with many, many, many chances for Palestine to have its own real borders. And never, never have they accepted it. It's the worst to live somewhere they consider the most elevated destination. Jesus. Got a little German racism going on in here. Which is pretty poggers, I don't care. Fuck Germans. I'm an American, so all Europeans are pretty much the same. To us, you all speak funny. Only 18%. Nah, I can survive without it. I can't sell any of these daggers. He doesn't have enough money. will sell. Who's going? Boom, 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 and boom, and maybe that. If you heard my voice, you'd be. Maybe you can ask. You can ask Ed. I'm pretty autistic when it comes to hearing people's accents. It's why Quebecians fucking piss me off so much. Maybe. Listen to your rap. As long as you don't sound like a Quebecian Frenchman, we'll be all good. As long as you don't talk like this, we will have no problem.
Would make it illegal for people to say that. In response, there is a tendency for those of us on the side of human life to couch our words, to be proactively conciliatory and defensive, in the hopes that nothing we say can be made to sound anti-Semitic or scary or kind of rude. But boy, what a waste of time and energy that is, because they're more than happy to twist themselves into knots to imply anything you say, no matter how benign, displays the secret anti-Semitism you're doing just out of sight. It's very frustrating to see the same people who've spent the last decade stringently arguing with us every step of the way that we're all simply...
Dude, ThoughtSlime, I literally can't understand your points. I literally can't pay attention to your points because your fucking teeth are bothering me so much. You've got money. Fix your fucking teeth.
Too sensitive, and imagining the rising anti-Semitism among the mainstream right, now crying crocodile tears about how scared they are about the alleged anti-Semitism of Holocaust survivors and Jewish student groups. The real threats to Jewish people, to be sure. Sometimes, quite literally, the exact same people who were urging us to befriend literal exterminationist neo-Nazis now claiming with a straight face that we are making room for anti-Semitism by expressing a distaste for genocide.
This is how you get more chaos on campus, more anti-Semitism on campus, because you've...
Quite literally, the exact...
We need to start befriending neo-Nazis, Bethany Middle. We need to start... I honestly don't trust the way ThoughtSlime is characterizing this article. We need to start befriending neo-Nazis, Bethany. This is a freaky looking guy right here. This is a freaky looking guy right here. Looks like Voldemort. Voldemort had a fucking sideswipe. True. My wife said he looks like he belongs in a Tim Burton movie. I agree with that. What I'm about to suggest in this column is something I'm not sure I have the moral fortitude to actually carry out in my own adult life, but before I share this perhaps painfully naive idea, I'd like you to share a story from your childhood. I don't give a shit about your childhood. Years of childhood, I don't care. I was reminded of the story, I don't care. Daryl Davis is jack of all trades. Oh, sure. Davis is an African American, and his MO. In other words, he starts by listening, give that person a platform, let them air their views. They will reciprocate, he explains. It's a novel idea of the age of Trump administration to listen to anyone we disagree with, especially so many white supremos. But with his technique, Davis has achieved blah blah blah. Another incredible mind changer is David Abadal of the blog Jewlicious. That is an awful name. The target of his patient attention was Megan Phillips. We're gonna skip this in order to further our mission as a member of the church. Phelps, I don't care. I understand there's a bunch of people that there's a bunch of people that by killing them with kindness have seen more progression in dealing with or in stomping out hate than other people have had trying to silence these people. I understand that. Can we get to your core argument here? He should change tactics to mocking me, although he's still power of discourse. Oh, that is her whole point, I guess. Because this article is getting ready to close. Well, this was a result of Arbitral. Our third remarkable story is Derek Black, the Scion. I already know all these names. These names were all fucking brought up back in like 2016, 2015. Black was outed. This is an anti semi, but one of his classmates. John Campus decided to invite David. Many else we see what we can over. Chabot meals are not required. Someone once tweeted Pals. Read and retweeted it. It's time to admit. Change minds. Okay. Literally, her whole point in this article is that it's unwise to silence and be hateful towards these hateful people because it'll only cause them to be more hateful. Like, it doesn't do anything to actually solve the issue. That's our whole point here.
Exact same people who were urging us to befriend literal exterminationist neo-Nazis now claiming with a straight face that we are making room for anti-Semitism by expressing a distaste for genocide.
This is how you get more chaos on campus, more anti-Semitism on campus, because you've given them cover, you've given them reason to continue this extremism, and a lot of the extremism is anti-Semitism, and they're using it as an excuse in order to promote their anti-Semitism.
Like, they'll get so up in arms about the phrase "from the river to..."
Okay. I love how dishonest this fucking fat retard is. His point is that befriending or treating well Nazis gives more room for anti-Semitism than colleges allowing pro-Palestine riots on their campus. Even though the author wasn't saying, let Nazis say whatever they want, let Nazis be Nazis, her response was, don't ridicule and berate them and treat them like shit because you're only reinforcing their bad ideas about you. That point does not allow or does not excuse or give room for rioting and locking down campuses, like creating like chazes on these campuses. ThoughtSlime trying to equate these things shows how fucking dishonest this loser is. Bethany Mendel was saying that, using all of her examples, that these people were able to change minds by not being hateful, by being kind to those that are hateful and showing them that the people in their minds that they make out to be villains aren't actually villains. That is not the same fucking thing as these students who have barred Jews and Jewish students from going to their fucking classroom or going to their library or going anywhere on campus. Oh, my fucking head is on fire. It's just... it hurts. When you have to be dishonest to make an argument, that's how I know whatever the fuck it is you're espousing is probably bad, immoral, maybe even evil. If the only way you can purport it, the only way you can support it and keep it going is by lying.
To the sea, Palestine will be free, about how that's a threat, and it supposedly means that Palestinians are going to wipe out all of the Jews in Israel, which I would argue is actually not necessary in order for people to be free. One will note that when Palestine was free, they didn't do that. They are not motivated by an ancient desire to wipe out the Jews, as certain presidents would have you believe. Okay, yeah, when Biden said that, he was talking about Hamas, but as Zionists are keen to remind us, they don't really draw a distinction between Hamas and Palestinians writ large.
You don't realize that
there's so much shit. There's so much shit wrong with what he just said. I could turn this 20-minute video into 4 hours of content. There's so much wrong with what he just said. Fuck me. Oh my god, I'm only 9 minutes in. Oh my god, I'm only 9 minutes in. It's been an hour and a half. Oh my god. Oh, I have to start letting some of this shit go. Oh my god, I'm only 9 minutes in. Fuck me. Oh my god. I didn't even fucking realize. I just looked at the timestamp. Okay, just really, really briefly and really fucking quickly. Hamas's initial charter was literally the elimination of all Jews, number one. Oh man, I gotta go back a little bit.
When Biden ancient, they like people to be free. One will note that when Palestine was free, they didn't do that. They are not motivated
Okay,
by
except there were a bunch of pogroms and like clearing out of Jewish neighborhoods, and that Jews had to pay like a special tax to like any part of the Muslim-controlled Ottoman Empire that they lived under. So in Palestine, if you were a Jew, you had to pay a special tax for being a Jew, or be killed, or fucking be, pushed out of the country. Number one. All right, that's point number one he made.
An ancient desire to wipe out the Jews, as certain presidents would have you believe. Okay.
Hamas, in its initial charter, did call for the elimination of all Jews.
Yeah, when
Number
Biden
two.
said that he was talking about Hamas, but as Zionists are keen to remind us, they don't really draw a distinction between Hamas and Palestine.
Zionists don't draw a distinction between Hamas and Palestine generally because Hamas is like the biggest, is the most supported by the Palestinian population. It has the highest poll numbers. It has the highest support rating of any group. And every time Hamas does some fucked up shit to Israel, it gains even more support from the Palestinian people. That's why Hamas is usually not differentiated between Palestinians or Palestine. If it was true that Palestinians didn't like Palestine, then maybe the poll numbers would be different, but they aren't. Palestinians love Hamas. That's point number 2 or 3 or whatever.
You don't realize that college campuses erupted with the kids demonstrating for Hamas? They are in with the terrorists?
They were for the Palestinians.
Well, it's sort of the same cause. This is why this is not yours.
Make some hard-nosed decisions.
This is mine.
Not your thing.
One must ask, if you believe that someone else wanting freedom necessitates them killing you and everyone like you, what does that mean about what you're doing? I don't think there is some zero-sum balance where either Palestinians are free or Jews are alive. I think it can be both. And if you...
It depends on what you mean by free, you fat idiot. Like, if free means that they now have all of Israel back under their control, then yeah, there's going to be a big fucking issue where Jews are probably going to get wiped out again. If your definition of free is that they have their own borders, and they aren't, what do you call it? They aren't occupied territories, then why hasn't Hamas come to the table and agreed to that ever? Why haven't they ever? Why hasn't the PA ever come to the table and said, okay, we'll accept these deals, we'll accept these borders, we'll be our own country? Why hasn't that ever fucking happened? Like, fuck me. War doesn't have to be zero sum if there's a ceasefire. The problem is that one side is never fucking agreeing. Is never fucking agreeing to a ceasefire. Never, ever. And these fucking idiots, almost said a slur. These people, okay, they will always say, oh, the only reason that Israel agreed to a border deal, or the only reason that Israel came to a peace talk, or the only reason Israel agreed to a ceasefire is because Israel was going to reject it later on. They never really meant it. Oh my God, it's crazy that we never got to find that out. It's crazy we never got to figure out if Israel never really meant it, because Hamas never fucking agrees. Fuck me.
I think it can't. The question arises, Why not? Seems like a pretty easy balance to strike, actually. But of course, when any Israeli official says they're going to hold the same territory,
the future, the state of Israel have to control on the entire area from the river to the sea.
and also Israel starts like actually wiping out the
Probably was in response to your call. I don't know. I kind of want to look into the context of that fucking clip, but that's going to take another half hour. I don't trust ThoughtSlime, so I'm going to go ahead and assume Netanyahu was responding to that slogan being said by Palestinians.
the population to get it here in the non-hypothetical real world. Somehow, that is them defending themselves. Saying we would like to be free? That's a threat. Killing you? That's self-defense. Well, they have a right to defend themselves from all of the NICU babies and journalists that threaten their national security. They have a right to exist. And if in order to exercise that right, they have to prevent other people from existing, you know, you can admit, like, the part that they claim is the part they don't like, right? About from the river to the sea.
I like how he doesn't bring up at all that Hamas is the one always starting the fight. Hamas is always the one launching rockets into fucking Israel, and Israel is the one that's always counterattacking. I love that he doesn't bring that up. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing in this game anymore. My brain is so fried.
That's the part that is supposed to be so threatening. But if you just say free Palestine, they'll still say that's a threat against them. How dare you demand freedom? Your freedom puts me in jeopardy somehow. And I think we can all agree that my safety is more important.
Those who would trade freedom for safety are... What the fuck? Goofy. I understand the joke here. But I'm curious as to how many of ThoughtSlime's fucking dipshit brain dead audience actually know the origin and the real quote from fucking Benjamin Franklin. The real quote being, and the point he's trying to make, those that would trade freedom for safety or freedom for security deserve neither freedom nor safety. Great point. However, it's not their own personal freedom that they're trading, and they're not trading the freedom of the Palestinians because the Palestinians never had freedom to begin with. The Palestinians were just a part of the Ottoman Empire. They weren't even called Palestine. It was just a territory owned by the Ottoman Empire that they gave to the British, and the British said, "Ah, fuck it, we'll give it to these Jewish people, so these Jewish people will get the fuck out of Europe." Like, Palestinians never controlled their own land. They were always the subservient people of some other government. It sucks. It's sad. However, a claim to government, that does not make. A claim to self-governance, that does not make. Maybe back in fucking 1940 during the fall of the Ottoman Empire that made sense. Maybe that claim had more validity. Doesn't anymore.
Than your freedom. And when they can't even find this flimsy a pretext to twist your words, they'll just all agree to pretend you said something you didn't. Just completely replace whatever it is you said with a different thing. Last November, the actor Melissa Barrero was fired from the upcoming film Scream 7 after making some remarks on her personal Instagram page about the conflict. When questioned about her firing, Spyglass Pictures claimed that her statements contained the anti-Semitic trope of Jews controlling the media, which I think we can agree is quite a serious accusation. Let us now investigate this claim. What I'll do first is read the words that she wrote and see if those words, or similar words, are contained within. Here's what she posted. I have been actively looking for videos and information about the Palestinian side for the last 2 weeks or so, following accounts, etc. Why? Because Western media only shows the other side. Why they do that, I will let you deduce for yourself. Usually, the algorithm on social media gets the gist. Well, my Discover page on IG will only show me videos showing and talking about the Israeli side. Censorship is very real. Well, let me just crunch the numbers here, carry the 5, and hey, look at that, the results are in. The post does not say any.
If anyone, I don't want to dig through all of ThoughtSlime's fucking content. I fucking guarantee you.
It only shows the other side. Why they do that, I will let you deduce.
If anyone said this line right here, why they do that, I will let you deduce for yourself. If anyone said that line and they were remotely right-wing, ThoughtSlime would take that as an immediate dog whistle for anti-Semitism. 100% guaranteed, would bet my entire life savings on it. But because ThoughtSlime wants to make this woman not appear like an anti-Semite because she supports Palestine, he's going to say, well, she didn't actually say it. She didn't actually say Jews control the media. Fuck me. Fuck me silly. I hate this motherfucker. If he wants to make any right-wing parliamentarian in fucking in Canada look like an anti-Semite, he's gonna look for a statement like that. Any vague kind of wording like that, he would go, well, what did he mean by that? Huh, well, it's obviously a dog whistle, but for her, it's like, well, she didn't actually say it, therefore. And by the way, I don't even agree that this post is anti-Semitic. I just don't like that ThoughtSlime 1,000,000,000% would not treat this woman the same way he would treat someone that didn't support Palestine, using this type of wording. Basically, whenever it's someone he doesn't like, well, we have to read the underlying words that they use. We have to read the words behind the words. But when it's somebody he does like, he's like, wow, let me read the words literally, one by one by one by one. Well, I did not read the sentence, Jews control the media. Oh my god, we're only halfway through.
Deduce for yourself. Usually, the algorithm on social media gets the gist. Well, my Discover page on IG will only show
I don't even know who
videos
this person
showing and
is.
talking about the Israeli
Melissa
side. Censorship is very real.
Barrett,
well, let me just crunch
whatever.
the numbers here, carry the 5, and hey, look at that, the results are in. The post does not say anything of the sort. Aren't you just so shocked and surprised? Being as charitable as I can, giving Spyglass the biggest possible benefit of the doubt, I can see how one might read that message into what she is saying. There's certainly nothing in her post which is incompatible with that reading, I suppose. If one is inclined to be an anti-Semite, the phrase, why they do that, I will let you deduce for yourself.
There you go.
Could certainly be read as tacit support for all of their hateful conspiracy bullshit. They might see that as a little dog whistle for them, yum yum, little treat for the anti-Semites out there. The main quality of conspiracy theorists, anti-Semitic or otherwise, is seeing patterns in things which don't actually exist.
Yeah,
They're
you.
pretty primed to do that, actually. Like, if they see a triangle somewhere, that reads to them as a secret message about who runs the government. Could she have been more careful to make that distinction clear? Sure, I guess. But, like, that doesn't mean she said that thing.
Oh my god.
Deliberately
whatever,
read a
dude.
message into what she said. She is indisputably correct. Western media does ignore the Palestinian side of the conflict. My country's
It literally
national
doesn't.
broadcaster, among many other mainstream news outlets, has an unofficial policy of not even using the word Palestine outside of a direct quote. And you really can't ignore Palestinians harder than that. None of this is a conspiracy theory. They'll happily tell you.
Because it's not an
When
actual
CBC did
country,
use the
but
word
whatever.
Palestine outside of this context, they sent out a fucking apology. None of this requires that Jews control the media, because, like, here's your first clue. It's true here on Earth, where they don't. The Belgians do. Or like when Greta Thunberg was holding a little stuffed octopus when she criticized Israel's war crimes. We shouldn't be talking or thinking about the things she's saying. Let's all stay focused on how that's definitely a coded message meant to remind us of a political cartoon the Nazis made that very few people today would be familiar with. This one looks just like that. Look at it. Look at his short little stubby tentacles, which seem almost specifically designed to avoid being wrapped around things, thus rendering the visual metaphor she is definitely for real alluding to completely inert. There's simply no other explanation for someone.
The whole dog whistle bullshit I don't care about. I just don't give a shit about any of the dog whistle shit. But it's funny that he will defend every fucking perceived dog whistle by the right. Meanwhile, he will exploit and fucking scream about every single dog whistle. Or he'll defend every dog whistle that lefties will use, but then he will scream, shout, and denounce every fucking dog whistle he perceives the right to be using. Just very funny.
To have a toy around. It's not as though this specific toy has a particular symbolism already associated with it that she was likely alluding to, or that it's just like a popular little toy. We all agreed a long time ago that octopuses are basically the swastikas of the sea. Can't have those on display because of the symbolism that we're all very familiar with about how octopuses are anti-Semitic. Case closed, I think, on that one. A few months ago, there was a protest here in Toronto where people marched from the Israeli consulate down a major road to protest Israel's invasion of Rafah. Along their route, there was a hospital called Mount Sinai. Relevant context for you lucky non-Torontonians out there. Mount Sinai was originally established so that Toronto's Jewish population would have a safe place to get medical treatment without being subject to anti-Semitism in the 1920s. Now at times, it's just a regular hospital where anyone, Jew or Gentile alike, can go to get hospital stuff done, like to get your fingers and toes swabbed. So protesters were walking past this hospital, and two people climbed onto an awning and waved a Palestinian flag. And as we move forward, I want you to keep in mind that what I just described is the whole controversy. A different thing didn't happen, and that will be important context because this event
I don't believe him.
by many people as an attempt to intimidate Jewish people, an anti-Semitic hate crime even. Justin Trudeau, the president and CEO of Canada, noted racism expert, had this to say: the demonstration at Mount Sinai Hospital yesterday was reprehensible. Hospitals are places for treatment and care, not protests and intimidation. I strongly condemn this display of anti-Semitism in Toronto and across Canada. We stand with Jewish communities against this hate. And just apropos of nothing, here's a little photo of Justin Trudeau applauding a volunteer for the Waffen-SS a few months prior. Thank God he's here to stand up to anti-Semitism. Rest easy, Canadian Jews.
I don't believe literally any fucking word that ThoughtSlime is saying right now, and I am so brain fucked and head fucked that I honest to God am just going to assume that he's incorrect about everything he's saying right now, and there's probably some context or some actual fact of the matter that he's leaving out to make Justin Trudeau look as bad as is humanly possible. It'd be pretty fucking... Oh my God. I'm going to be intellectually bad faith and just assume ThoughtSlime is lying right now. I don't have the mental energy anymore to keep going with this fucking idiot. I feel like it would need to be an entire 6-hour stream dedicated to just going over ThoughtSlime's claims to where I'll actually have the energy to deal with this bumbling retard.
Justin Trudeau is on the case. Doug Ford, the impressively wide Premier of Ontario, had this to say: "You want to protest? Go down to City Hall, come down to Queen's Park, jump up and down, do whatever you want, but don't prohibit people going to a hospital when they're in there saving people's lives, because you never know. You might be the next person in that hospital and they'll be trying to save your life." When I see Doug Ford, I hear his voice as Don Cherry's voice, and that's as close as I can get to an impression of Don Cherry. But I do like that he just imagined a different thing happened. Now the protesters were prohibiting people from going into the hospital because they walked past it, you see. What if someone was having a heart attack and they saw that, and because the people were walking around, they were too scared to go to the hospital? I mean, it didn't happen, but what if it did? That wouldn't look so good. Makes you think. Once again, trying to be as charitable as I possibly can. I don't think people should be climbing on hospital awnings. I think that's a bad thing to do. Generally, you could fall down and hurt yourself. You could...
Wow, so fucking charitable. Thank you, ThoughtSlime. The charitability can't be like, maybe we don't protest or, riot near hospitals. Maybe we, steer clear of the hospital. That way all entry and exit ways are clear in case they need to get somebody in or out. That can't be the charitability. The charitability is, I don't think people should be climbing on the awning. Thank you. Thank you, ThoughtSlime. Very charitable. Thank you, buddy. Tips Fedora. Fuck me. I don't think there's Fedora fucking big enough for that fat Eastern Island head.
Cause some damage to hospital property, conceivably. I will go so far as to say that that rises to the level of mischief, bordering even on nuisance. If I had been there, I think I would have delivered a stern finger wagging and said tisk tisk quite sharply. What I don't think is appropriate is to claim that this was meant as some sort of threat.
If I stutter on live stream, that's one thing. How are you gonna stutter in a fucking recorded, edited video? How are you going to stutter in your own recorded, edited video, you fucking lazy sack of crap?
Sharply. What I don't think is appropriate is to claim that this was meant as some
Are
sort
you
of
okay,
threat or
bro?
intimidation tactic, because I don't think it was. If you look closely, one of the guys who's climbing around is dressed in a Spider-Man costume, and doing that, to me, makes it pretty difficult to be frightened. Spider-Man is, and doing that, to me, one of this was meant as some. One of the guys.
He's in a Spider-Man outfit, and he's got that keffiyeh that we pointed out earlier. He's got that fucking pro-Hamas scarf on his fucking head. Nice. I like that he chose the symbiote suit Spider-Man outfit to exemplify that he is an evil person.
Who's climbing around is dressed in a Spider-Man costume, and doing that, to me, makes it pretty difficult to be frightened. Spider-Man is not a figure of terror, despite what you might have read in the Daily Bugle. Spider-Man is more...
I like how he's such a fake fan, he can't even realize that it's not just a Spider-Man outfit, it's the symbiote suit. It's the black Spider-Man outfit. This is the outfit that like brings out the worst in Spider-Man. This is like the outfit he's wearing when he turns into Poison, or like whenever he's about to do something really fucked up and evil, like kill the Shocker in the fucking animated show. Like, this is the bad guy Spider-Man outfit. And it's fucking hilarious that the bad guy Spider-Man outfit is pro-Palestine. Oh, God. And then the fucking Daily Bugle picture he shows, again, it's the Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi red and blue Spider-Man outfit. Oh, my head.
Is dressed in a Spider-Man costume, and doing that, to me, makes it pretty difficult to be frightened. Spider-Man is not a figure of terror.
Secret Wars doesn't talk about Venom. Fuck. Come on, brain. But whenever Parker starts realizing that the suit brings out his bad traits and makes him more villainous, he takes the suit off, and then eventually it finds Eddie Brock and it becomes Venom. But there's I think they just called it the Secret Wars suit, but eventually it becomes a symbiote suit. But it's just funny to me that this guy can't even make the Venom connection. He's such a fake fan that he can't even say, oh my god, it's Venom's suit, Spider-Man. He can't even say that because he doesn't actually know jack shit about Spider-Man. He just saw the logo and he was like, oh, it's a Spider-Man suit. Oh, it's a Spider-Man suit.
Despite what you might have read in the Daily Bugle, Spider-Man is more a figure of children's lunchboxes. And it also goes part of the way towards explaining why someone might be overzealous about climbing stuff, because you kind of want to climb stuff if you're dressed as Spider-Man, the famous climbing guy. But of course, we must respect the sanctity of hospitals. Let's keep politics out of hospitals and to interfere with the day-to-day functioning of a hospital. Even by simply walking past one, why, that's reprehensible, beyond the pale. Only a monster would do that. And I'm trying to keep this video pretty light, and I certainly don't want to assume an incandescent rage that doesn't belong to me, but it is difficult to overstate the evil on display here. For these men to grandstand about the
ThoughtSlime, the amount of testosterone in your fucking body is probably so low that you can't actually become, like, enraged. Like, your fucking T level is most likely in the single digits, and if it was in the double digits, there's no fucking shot you've got enough to have incandescent rage. Like, you can't rage, period, bro. What are you talking about? He's like, I'm gonna get real angry now. Dude, shut the fuck up. He's one of those people that thinks that if he gets into a fist fight, he's gonna like power up anime style and he's gonna go all out and he's gonna beat the burglar. Hello, Dearless. I'm gonna assume that you're a scammer. Thank you for following, but kindly go and fuck yourself. I don't want whatever it is you're selling.
sanctity of hospitals in order to slander these protesters and portray them as racist demagogues while the nation whose actions they are protesting has bombed. Really can't stress this hard enough. Every single hospital in Gaza, most if not all, being reduced to rubble, and also like withheld.
Yeah, they're all reduced to rubble because they all have fucking military operations going on in the fucking basement. What the fuck are you talking about, ThoughtSlime? Of course they've all been reduced to rubble. They're fucking military targets. Tell Hamas to stop putting fucking military operations in the fucking hospitals and let's start getting bombed. Fuck.
Medical aid so that surgeons are forced to operate without anesthetic, and also like we've discovered mass graves outside of hospitals where patients and doctors have been executed. Anything to say about that, Mr. Prime Minister? No? Too mad about people protesting it? Cool, good. There needs to be a word that goes beyond coward, because I think, unlike the hero-coward spectrum, Justin Trudeau represents a sort of ultra-cowardly ray that is not visible to the human eye. The real crime here is that somebody might have felt intimidated when they saw Spider-Man wave a flag at them. That disrupts the hospital's operation, unlike a cruise missile. How does one go about satirizing this? Like, how do you even start? Usually what you'd want to do is you'd want to, like, exaggerate for comedic effect, and I genuinely don't know how to make this eviler. None of it has to make any sense. There's no way to discuss the genocide that would appease people.
Doesn't talk about Al-Shifa being like the center of fucking military operations for Hamas. Doesn't talk about underground tunnels connecting hospitals together so that way Hamas can escape from one and go to another. Doesn't talk about Israel giving like hours and hours of notice before bombing a hospital to make sure that doctors and patients can escape properly. Doesn't mention any of that. Literally only says Israel bombs hospitals, so they're bad. And I can't believe that Justin Trudeau would get so upset about this one hospital being protested. Like, ThoughtSlime, your name is so accurate, and I can't tell if you're doing it out of parody or ironically, but you are the slimiest piece of shit I've ever had the displeasure of listening to. Thank God this video is almost over. You fucking fat, spineless, brain-dead moron.
People who simply don't want you to talk about it. They will say and do anything to distract, pull focus, and muddy the waters. Once you're willing to make these kind of patently ridiculous arguments in order to defend the mass murder of thousands of innocent people while simultaneously claiming the moral high ground, there's no reasoning with that. And if history has taught us anything, it's that that type of attitude must not be appeased. We certainly don't owe them the courtesy of disputing their bad faith interpretations of our words, or the clumsy, vile reframing they insist on so they can pretend to be anything but the bloodthirsty fascist collaborators they are. No matter how stringently polite and respectful we attempt to be, it will not matter. They will manufacture some secret, insidious, hidden message to anything we say. It's desperate, it's pathetic, and I think people are starting to realize that. I think people are starting to realize we need not argue with the made-up positions they're pretending to believe in order to distract from reality. It's all just a smokescreen, a cloud of ink, which are squids, not octopuses, don't start with me. They want to make criticism of their beliefs and actions dangerous and costly because they know their beliefs and actions will not withstand that criticism. So just withstand the weaponized outrage. Don't be led into a discussion of whatever focus group inane talking point they've concocted. Keep their feet to the fire about the ethnic cleansing being carried out right now in the real world that they are supporting, and ignore whatever fantasy bullshit they imagine to distract you. Just tell them that they're little freaks and to fuck off. That's the long and short of it. They're little freaks, and they need to shut the fuck up. It should never be comfortable for them to speak.
Bro, oh my god, how do you edit this video and not look at that clip and think, oh my god, I'm the most hypocritical fucking loser on planet Earth? I'm gonna play that again. Look at the man who is saying this. Look at him. Look at him as he says this line. I feel like he needs to have a mirror just permanently superglued to his fucking face when he speaks. Like, look at this.
They're little freaks, and whatever fantasy bullshit they imagine to distract you. Just tell them that they're little freaks and to fuck off. That's the long and short of it. They're little freaks, and they need to shut the fuck up.
Bro. ThoughtSlime. Buddy. You cannot look the way you do and call everyone else little freaks that need to shut the fuck up. You cannot be like, you cannot have Hamas cock buried in your throat with their nuts grazing your lips and chin, and then say to me that I'm the little freak pushing focus group talking points. You are a, you are a, oh, you are a silly Billy, alright? You are a silly Billy, and you need to just stop talking. Oh, I can't say what I want to say. Oh, I hate these fucking, I hate these rules and guidelines.
Should never be comfortable for them to speak these heinous opinions. They should get stink eye, they should be laughed at, and run out of town on a rail. I suppose I should say out loud on video that like any ad revenue that this video generates, on the off chance that it's not demonetized, will go to some sort of Palestinian relief charity, probably the PCRF. I do
That's gonna
think
go
it's going to be
straight
demonetized,
into
so
a fucking rocket.
what
That
I'll do
money's
in
gonna
that
go
case is
straight
just
into a
donate
rocket.
whatever the usual video gets in ad revenue.
Or into their pocket when they go to
instead.
France and pay for hookers
And I'm saying that
blow.
at the end of the video so that most people won't see it and they'll get very mad in the comments saying that I'm only being controversial for money. Yeah, but in general, if you disagree with anything I've said in this video, please let me know. Go ahead and leave that big comment you're writing, because I won't delete it. Don't worry about that. Not gonna delete your comment. I'm going to spend all my time arguing with people in the comments for sure. If you spend a long time writing a big unwieldy essay in the comments, rest assured I will read all of it and take it seriously and definitely respond to it and give you a lot of my time and energy. So go ahead and do that. Go ahead.
Don't worry, buddy. We replied to your fucking bullshit, stupid video for an hour and a half where it's on a platform where you can't delete it. You fucking freak. God damn. Destiny was a fucking genius for having rejected that fucking $20. That was painful. That wasn't even fun painful. That wasn't even fun cringe. That was irritating. That was like, I don't even know how to describe it. Fun cringe is like you watch something and your whole body contorts and you're like, oh my god, ah ha ha. This is like your little cousin wants to play on your phone and they keep pestering you and bugging you and poking you after you've told them no like 100 times. And you're getting to the point where you're going to scream at them, but if you scream at them, all your aunts and uncles are going to come over and start whooping on you. So you have to just hold it in. That's what this is, that level of irritation. This is that kind of aggravation this inspires in me. Full force? I'm kind of thankful I don't know what this is. What is full force? Let's take a look. Let's take a look here. Full force. What is this? What is that? Ain't my type of hype. Hold on, I gotta turn off my desktop audio so I don't get copyright strike. Oh, Full Force by iDubbbz. Oh. There's a fucking oh, the airsoft.
Big thanks to
The fucking airsoft fatty documentary. Oh my god, you're so right. Oh my god, that is fun cringe. I fucking love. I want iDubbbz to start making documentaries again. That shit was so well. Documentary is like Full Force, not like the Sam Hyde one. Oh man. That would be so good. Fuck me, that'd be such a good video to watch. Oh man. I mean, unless there's anything else that you or Ed want to watch, I mean, I think that's gonna do it for me, man. That took a lot out of me. Here, let me shoot you an invite. There you go. That's for you. Feel free to hop onto the Discord. Shoot topic ideas or just chat with Jones and Ed. Or just hang out. I don't really give a fuck. You seem like a cool person. It'd be nice to have you again for another stream. But it's been almost 4 hours. That ThoughtSlime video took a fuckload out of me. I'm gonna take a break for now. I might come back and stream later on in the day, but I'm gonna hang out with my wife for a bit. Because that shit hurted. That shit was painful. I'm going to grind my enchantment and my smithing off stream. I might come back later today. It's good to have you, Mickey Joe. Boom, member. There you go. Alright. Thank you all so much for watching, except for Elodieridirus. Oh man, you came back right as I'm about to leave. See you later, guys. Thank you all so much for joining, except for you, Elo Deadrius. I hope you fucking burn in hellfire, you fucking dirty scammer. You too, ThoughtSlime. Go to hell. Everyone else, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. God bless, and I will probably be back later on today at around 12 a.m. my time, so that would be around 7 for you, Ed. But yeah. Thank you all so much for joining.